tonight, who wants to see some A-list Hollywood stars? Who wants to see a legend of rock music? Who wants to see the world's most famous footballer? Who wants me to shut up and get on with the show? Let's start the show! You know it. A blockbuster of a show tonight. You lucky people, star of Men in Black, I Am Legend, Enemy of the State, so many hit films. Will Smith on this show. Yes. Yes. His co-star in their new film Focus from The Wolf of Wall Street, Margot Robbie's here. She's so hot. She is so hot right now. She is so hot right now. So, Les Miserables, it's Wolverine himself, Hugh Jackman on our show. One of England's greatest ever footballers, David Beckham is here. David Beckham. Plus, we've got music from the brilliant Noel Gallagher. Yeah. Oh, it's good, right? Good. That's a good one. Yeah. You picked a good night. Hey, so excited to be meeting David Beckham, Manchester's greatest ever footballer. He really is. And of course, Noel Gallagher also supports Manchester. Yeah. So, that should go well, right? They should get on. Bonding. Yeah. Thanks to his footballing fame, David has met all the big movers and shakers in the world. He has Prince William, Barack Obama, SpongeBob SquarePants. Oh, look, I mentioned pants, shall we? Here we go. Yeah, there you go. I know. It's got to be done. And all those tattoos, and I know a lot of them are the names of people he loves. Can we just have a look at the new one on his forearm? I'm embarrassed. Hey, Will Smith, Margot Robbie, Hugh Jackman, David Beckham, you should have seen my sofa when it heard who'd be sitting on it tonight. Yeah. So, let's get some guests on. Who's out first? It's time to say good day to Margot Robbie. Yowza! Yowza! Hello, you lovely one. So lovely, Margot Robbie. It's the fabulous Will Smith! Now, their whooping... Wow. Their whooping is genuine. Wow. Your whooping, you must be so... Thank you so much for coming to do this.
No, thank you, man.
You've had a time.
Listen, there's no place in the world I'd rather come to get energized than to come sit with you, man.
Oh, bless you.
You know how to do it.
But now, I don't know if you know, you must know this, that the last time Will Smith came on the show, that caused a sensation.
Yeah, that was kind of cool, right?
Yeah, so I don't know if you know, Margaret, the last time he came...
I'm aware.
You're aware.
I get it.
So we did this whole Fresh Prince thing, I need Carlton.
Look at you. Look at you.
I have never looked older or whiter.
No, you're getting the hips in there.
Oh, listen. Terrible.
No, let's go back to that. What exactly are you looking at? Who's over there?
The only thing that saves me is Heather Graham's dancing. Is this it? No, Heather. No, it's not. Did you know that's got over 30 million?
30 million.
Hits?
Yeah.
Which I think the people have spoken.
Yes, they have.
I think, one, they want more music.
Oh, see, that's interesting.
Yeah.
That might be true.
Yeah.
Okay.
And they want a bit more Fresh Prince.
They do. See, now that's funny because perception is everything. I think they want more of your pelvic thrusting.
Is that what it is? Yeah, that's what people are clicking on to see. That's right. Now, here's the thing. So, the three of you are to tell us about your new movie, Focus. It opens tonight, the 27th of February.
Woo!
Yeah.
Yeah.
Tonight.
Woo! Yeah.
I I tell you, it follows two con artists, and because it's got that one of those plots with kind of all the kind of just when you think you've got it, you haven't got it.
Yeah.
Remember those kind of crime capers of the 70s?
Yeah,
it has a real kind of it's a great thing.
You know, it's like there's very funny parts of it, but you wouldn't totally call it a comedy. There's drama, there's the beautiful heists, but we started in New Orleans and then to Buenos Aires, and it's like how those cities are just capturing a vibe and an energy. And then, Margot, of course, you put the camera on Margot and it just turns sexy no matter what. No matter what the scene is. Oh, that's sexy.
So Margot, obviously you did Wolf of Wall Street with Leonardo DiCaprio, but now, Will Smith. Will Smith. And because he seems lovely, it's all going well.
Yeah, it's all right.
She went from Leo to me, so clearly she's on an ascension.
Oh, yeah. Look at that ladder. Yeah.
But from me.
That's not what your wife thought, is it?
No.
Because Jada was all like, wow.
Well, Jada saw when Margot got hired for Focus, and she looked at Margot and she turned over to me. She said, "Boy, you better get in the gym. You better go work out right now." So I did. I got it together.
Yeah, you were good.
Yeah, no, I've seen the film. You did get it together.
And if I had been thinking, I would have been doing your pelvic thrusts in the movie, and I would have put those in, and then it would have been through the roof.
Oh, yeah. An extra 30 million people have gone to see it, yeah. Now, I don't know if you're aware that Margot, of course, started Neighbours, Ramsey Street. I know.
They actually know what that is.
I know what it is.
You don't know what it is. I don't want to.
No, because it was. I just forgot the name, but. Someone
asked him, "Do you know the name of the show that she started?" And he's like, "It starts with a C."
No, but.
Coronation Street.
No, I forgot the name of it, but I got the DVDs and everything at the house.
That is quite the box set.
All 300 and something episodes.
Now, have you ever watched it? You must have seen clips of this.
Yes.
No, you haven't. You're such a liar.
I did. I was like, because they.
When did you watch Neighbours?
Me and Whatchacon were watching them at the thing.
Terrible liar. Despite what the focus is about, you're actually a terrible liar.
Now, we haven't really explained. So you play the kind of the master.
Yes,
con
I played
man.
a master con man.
I'm like an amateur pickpocket.
Yeah.
He takes me under his wing, teaches me the ropes, lets me join the grift team.
Yeah.
She picks it up a little too well, and then they fall for each other, and then you don't know who's conning who by the end.
Yeah.
Well, listen, we've got a little clip. This is Margot's character towards the beginning of the film, when you're sort of picking up the tricks of the trade.
I got this.
What?
Give me some shade.
You're such a drama. Everyone knows how to treat a lady. Mary. Thank you, boys.
You're in.
Really?
Congratulations, you're a criminal.
Because of filming something like that. Are you on the balcony because if you were on the street, it would just be mayhem and you wouldn't film it anymore?
Essentially, yeah.
Do you remember, like, the last time you weren't famous? Like, the last time you were walking along going, hey, nobody on the street knows me?
That was a long time ago.
So is there anywhere in the world you can go where you aren't famous?
I just haven't been there yet. But no, it's really strange though. It's like Men in Black is everywhere on Earth.
Yeah.
And with these ears, you can't hide. No, look, see, because this is the problem. Everywhere in the world, that's Will Smith.
Because in Focus, we see a lot of both of you in Focus.
You mean nakedness?
Well, there's nakedness.
A little nakedness.
Yes, there is, but tastefully done.
Tastefully done.
And all Jim Tone and gorgeous. And we mentioned Wolf of Wall Street earlier. Is the story true about your parents, Margot?
Yes, yeah.
So when did you tell them the lie?
Well, it was shortly before the premiere of the film. I decided to come clean and tell them that it was.
They didn't know you had a.
No.
Whoa.
Well, then they started. Well, first I started off with there is no. I didn't mention the nudity, and then they heard there was nudity. So then I said, that they CGI'd my head onto someone else's
His body. Yeah.
And then,
It's like Jurassic Park.
And then eventually I told them it was me.
And were they okay with it?
Yeah, they took it really well.
Okay.
Because I have a
My
daughter,
brother was
and you kind of want to know that before you're in the theater. You know?
Yeah.
You want to be aware of that.
Is it true that you shocked your granny when you were starting out with your music?
That I shocked my granny?
Yeah? Oh, not shot her, shocked her. Shocked her, yeah. An accidental shooting in the Smith household, yeah.
I shot my granny. I want to be real hardcore hip-hop.
Sorry, Granny.
Bye, Grandma. Bye. That's for Graham Norton.
Didn't she find your lyrics?
Oh, yeah. No, my rap book, I started writing my raps when I was about 12. So I had my book, and I wanted to be a rapper. So I had all of my curse words and my 4-letter words and everything in there. And my grandmother found my rap book. And she never said anything, and she just turned to the back page and she wrote, Dear Willard, that's my, you knew that was my real name, right? Willard, you knew that. Yeah, dear, I'll just use Will, because Willard feels weird. Yeah. She said, Dear Willard, truly intelligent people do not have to use words like this to express themselves. Please show the world that you're as smart as we think you are. Love, Gigi. And from that point, I never put profanity in my rap music.
Oh, what a lovely story. That is sweet. That's a lovely story. Now, the thing is, we know you are lovely. You're famous and one of the nicest people in show business, and you're so nice with fans. You take pictures with fans. There's lots of premieres. Like tonight, was he?
Yeah, tons of pictures.
Was he up and down that red carpet?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. He was. Yeah.
We're gonna get the Graham Norton.
Hurry it up. Yeah. We get it. Yeah. And you have come up with labor-saving photographic devices. I think this was you with the crowd in Miami a couple of weeks ago. Where you're just like, everyone gets a picture. I'm out of here. So anyway, you did that. Now here's the thing. So you take pictures of people.
Yes.
And what we found out, looking at these pictures of you with your fans, people you've asked for pictures and things, Will Smith is a practitioner of the phenomenon known as hover hands.
Hover hands.
So it's that thing when you're posing for a picture with someone, like that, and you do the arm, but just a little bit of space.
Yeah.
A little bit of air.
Yeah.
So it's just a hover hand.
A hover hand, yeah.
So this is Will doing hover hands. This is classic hover hands. See, down here, classic hover hand. And just a hover hand. Yeah.
But no, because it's strangers. You can't just be touching people, But I used to have old styles of taking pictures, I tried a couple things. I'll show you how I used to. So one of my first ones was the when I was young, it was the pelvic lead, So this was how I used to take pictures with all the fans. And then I felt like this wasn't, it's not appropriate, right?
No, I feel uncomfortable.
You feel uncomfortable, right? You feel uncomfortable.
And I'm the fan.
Then I switched to the prom.
That's my Christmas star. That's my Christmas star.
So I just thought of the 3 hover hands was the most appropriate.
Would you mind doing a mass hover hands?
A mass hover hands.
Would you mind doing mass hover hands?
Yeah, mass hover hands.
Okay, so come down here. Come down here.
Hover hands
so,
in
by the way, you were not in it.
You're
not in it. No, you sat in the front row and now you're not in it. No. Okay, so everyone stand up. Stand up. Okay. Oh, you come down here. Come down here. Okay. So we're around here.
We're around here.
Okay. No, hover. Hover, step down, I would say. Step down. So hover.
Do we hover
hands? Okay, everyone hands up and hover. Don't touch. Nobody touch. Okay, look in the lens there, You ready? Hover, and... Yay! Well done, everybody! Ladies and gentlemen, Will Smith and Margot Robbie! Cheers, thank you so much. Very good. Lovely people. We like Will and Margot. Very good. All right. Okay, deep breaths, everyone. Deep breaths. Will and Margot, they gone. They gone. But, oh, what a lucky sofa. What is going to sit on it now? Hey, let's meet them. He is the biggest sporting icon in the world. Ladies and gentlemen, it is David Beckham! Oh, they thought I was lying. They thought I was lying. And with David, Shroot, it's only bloody Wolverine. Please welcome Hugh Jackman! Oh, come over to you. David, you, David. I think they thought I was lying. I think they thought this is some big wind-up. It's a hidden camera show. Yeah. Lovely to see you both.
It's good to see you too again.
Oh,
hi,
dear.
everybody. How are you? Nice. Nice.
They spoke to us.
Oh.
By the way, now, obviously you chatted backstage, but do you know each other? Have you met?
We have met.
We have met quite a few times
yeah,
at Wimbledon.
Yeah. That's right.
At the Met Ball in New York, and a couple of other places.
All right, you're all friends, fine.
Yeah.
Actually, how did you recognise him? Did you recognise him at Wimbledon?
Of course.
Well, no, because he looked so... This is... There you are. It looks like you're in disguise.
He did come up to me asking for drugs, but apart from that... joke.
Now, are you a football fan?
Yeah, I love all sport.
I mean, we have to be because he's in. Right?
Yeah.
But...
Actually, I'm a Norwich City football fan. Norwich City. It's the one club you can mention. Thank you. Is that Delia? No. But no one's upset with you for supporting Norwich. Everyone goes, oh, all right.
But
no one.
You did trials for Norwich City,
I
didn't you?
did, a long time ago.
Yeah, it didn't work out. They didn't see any talent.
I was only there for a couple of weeks.
Yeah.
And, David, do your kids know who you're on the couch with tonight?
Yeah, they are well aware of it, but it's quite late tonight,
Yes.
so obviously my youngest son, it's his birthday tomorrow, so he's in bed early, trying to kind of get to his birthday a little bit quicker.
Is this Cruz?
But they're well aware, yeah, it's Cruz.
But Cruz of
know,
all people!
I
Here's
know.
Cruz, look! You didn't bring Cruz, it's his birthday tomorrow! And you didn't bring him!
I know, now I feel bad.
That's great. What was that for? Was that Halloween?
Halloween.
Fantastic. Cruz, how are you, mate? Yeah, your dad's terrible. You should have stayed up. I mean, whatever he says, don't worry, we'll go out to a pub tomorrow night. Okay? He's 10, right?
He's 10.
He's old enough, yeah.
He's 10. And both of you have that thing, you know, you're bringing up kids, and, you know, in lots of ways they're incredibly fortunate and fabulous lives, but you both come from regular backgrounds, so it must be kind of weird trying to get your kid not to be in that bubble, to, like, be a bit regular.
No, it's constantly... We talk about it all the time.
You stray them in supermarkets, things like that.
I mean, my dad... Take him to the pub, leave him at the
Yeah, take your own way home! Yeah.
No, but it is a constant sort of worry, but most of the time my kids don't want to be recognised that way. They want normalcy. Well, except when I saw Oscar, he came up to me, he was talking with some girls, and he came up and he goes, Dad, I've told him you're Wolverine, signed autographs from him. Apart from that moment, most of the time, they just want to be treated normally, but it's a dance, because people do treat them differently.
Yeah,
you
they
must
do.
get that.
Well,
Yeah,
but also, David, you got the double whammy. Not only do they have the embarrassment of having a very famous father, they have the embarrassment of a very famous father in his pants all over the world.
Yeah.
Like, that's a cruel thing to do to children.
What do they say?
They actually don't mind it. I don't know. Maybe they do. I think actually Brooklyn probably doesn't like it. Seeing his dad in his pants at 40 years old nearly. So, you know,
Looking good. I'm all right.
But it is. You know, it's a constant thing that you know me and Victoria are on top of. Obviously,
Speak quicker. Speak quicker.
I'm trying to think how to rephrase that. Me and Victoria are very aware of, you know, of obviously bringing our children up in the right way and looking after them, make sure they have the most normal upbringing as possible. And we've done that for many, many years. You know, our eldest, well, Brooklyn has had a job for the last 2 years in a small French cafe, which she enjoys.
Yeah, well, we read about... I think probably everyone was saying, when you read about that, you thought, good on David Victoria, that's great, he's got a job. But presumably Brooklyn was thinking, I know how much you're worth, why am I fucking worth for strangers?
Yeah. I just think it was something... Because he kept on coming to us and saying, you know, I've seen these new trainers, can I go and buy them? And I'm like, no, it's not how it works. And he said, really? No, he didn't say that. But he came to us and, you know, he was asking for things and pocket money and things like that. And we said, OK, well, you know, we lived close to the coffee shop, so we said, you know, I love it in there every Sunday, so I go there most Sundays. And I said, you know, I spoke to the owner. I said, you know, can my eldest come and work there? And he said, yeah, great. So he does 3 or 4 hours on a Saturday and the same on a Sunday. And, you know, he gets pocket money. So I think,
good for you.
You know, it's this...
Horrible for him, but good for you.
Yeah, he enjoys it.
Here's the thing, though. Could David... Because David can't really bring all his kids to your new movie, Chappie. And people, I think, will think they could. Because I've seen the movie. This new movie, Chappie, is great.
Yeah.
But it sounds like a kid's movie, but it's not.
No, it's R-rated. Well, is it R-rated?
No, it's not R-rated. It's 15.
Not R-rated. 15 here.
15.
Yeah, so...
So Brooklyn could go...
Yeah.
Billy.
I wouldn't bring my 10-year-old or my 9-year-old to it. No, but it's just a little too much violence.
But he'd take my 10-year-old to a pub.
Yeah.
Family orientated.
A pub with a play area. Pub with a play area. Yeah.
Drinks.
And it's that idea of artificial intelligence, but with a conscience.
So, in our world, police are being replaced by police robots. So, and very successfully, they're doing a great job. So the guy who invented it really is interested in artificial intelligence. So he invents this robot with true artificial intelligence. So it can think, it can feel, it can write poetry, it can paint, and it's creative. So this is... When he switches on, it's like a baby, and there's only one that exists. And it's weird, because you think of these films, dystopian future, robots, it's all going to be terrible, but you fall in love with this robot. My wife cried.
Yeah, no, you do. It's so sweet.
In a way, the most human thing about the movie is that robot, and you really sighed for it. So it's a very interesting, different take on the sci-fi genre.
But most different of all, ladies and gentlemen, Hugh Jackman plays the baddie.
Yeah.
You do, don't you?
I mean, look at the phantom all of a sudden.
Yeah.
He's behind you, David! Born for it.
Is that why you wanted to do it?
I first wanted to do it for Neil. Neil Blomkamp, who did District 9 and Elysium, he's a visionary. He's a maverick, he's a great filmmaker. And then he said, my character's going to have a mullet. And I said, I'm in. I mean, who doesn't want to have a mullet as a bad guy? But playing the bad guy is great. I don't get asked to do it a lot, but I spent all this time kind of doing heroes. The hero... sucks. You get beaten up the entire movie, and then you kind of get yourself up, and at the very end you win the final battle, being beaten up a lot. The villain gets the best dialogue, wins every fight, except for the last one. That's OK. So, it's much easier ride. It's great.
Let's have a look at you in action. This is Chappie, the robot we spoke about, has gone missing, and you've gone to find it.
All right, got him. 300 metres up ahead. Approach slowly. Stop at a safe distance.
Hey, boys.
The target appears to be a police droid, but I can assure you it is not. Now, don't be intimidated. But he's as smart as a dunny rat, so full aggression, OK?
Copy that, over there.
Oi!
We tease. Chappie's out on March the 6th. March the 6th. And it's nice to hear you being Australian and using all your Australian expressions.
It's so rare for me. Yeah. I actually, embarrassingly, I had to go on Google to search Aussie slang, because he says, no, mate, I need more Australian. I'm like, what do you mean more Australian? He goes, because he'd written lines like, I'm mad as a frog in a sock. Right? And I said, oh, I've never heard anyone say that. And he goes, no, here it is on Google. So I'm Googling Aussie slang.
So was yours smart as a dunny rat?
Smart as a dunny rat. There it is, Google. Thank you very much. How to write a script. Yeah. Just Google it. But anyway, yeah.
And, David, did that hair bring you back?
Yeah, I've had a few... I've definitely had that look.
You have...
Really?
Yeah.
Is that why they cut you from Norwich?
Yeah. Here's the weird thing. I think you're a man. Like, you're not Rachel from Friends. And yet, whatever you do to your hair, it becomes a thing.
Yeah, it does, believe it or not.
Yeah. So do you...
Some of them have been really bad.
So do you think ahead? Do you kind of go...
No, I don't. No, I don't. There's certain ones that I've just done just off the cuff.
So there's no shame in some of them. Before any of the hipsters were doing it...
I'm not ashamed of any of them.
Well, you should be ashamed of some of them. But before any of the hipsters were doing it, you had the top knot. There you go. Lovely. That's almost a practical thing.
That's not bad, yeah.
Yeah, no, it's fine. It's fine. This one... OK, what was going on here?
Yeah, that was maybe a bad decision.
Yeah.
It was a bad timing as well, because I was actually going to South Africa at the time with England, and I ended up meeting Nelson Mandela.
I know you did.
And the pictures that... so that's why I regret that.
There are other reasons, but we'll leave it there. And then the maddest one, the most on David Beckham look, I think, is this one. Because that doesn't seem like you at all. Big smiley face there.
No, well, I don't know why I had that one. I don't. I was asked to shave it off when I first did it. I was sat in the changing room, and I had a hat on at the time because Sir Alex Ferguson hadn't seen it. So obviously that was interesting when I took my hat off, and we had an hour before the kick-off, and he said, go and shave it off.
Really?
Which I said no at first, and then I saw his face change very quickly, so I went and shaved it off in the toilet.
Oh.
So Alex Ferguson would actually be sort of strict on that stuff?
Very.
Really?
Very, yeah.
Wow. What did he expect?
It was just the, you know, it was the reputation of the club.
Right.
He wanted all the players to kind of be professional, and he felt that it wasn't the right look, and I shaved it off. We were playing at Wembley as well, so he kind of had a point.
And we just saw pictures of you in Paris with him at the match, and smiling, happy. You obviously get on now.
Yeah, we get on this.
But it did get bad for a while.
I mean, it was made worse than what it actually was. You know, he was a father figure for me for so many years. You know, he brought me to the club that I loved as a kid. I played for the club. I was successful at the club with, you know, a number of other of the young kids as well that we grew up with. So he gave me everything in my career that I needed, and so, you know, he'll always be the man that I always look up to, because he gave me the dream of playing for Man United.
So who kind of held out the olive branch? Who kind of went, oh, look, it's...
There was no olive branch. It was just, you know, we just bumped into each other at certain occasions after I'd left Manchester United, and, you know, there was things that upset me, and obviously I'm sure, and, well, there definitely was things that upset him. But like I said, you know, I have so much respect for him as a manager, as a man, and, you know, like I said, he gave me my dream.
So you never talked it out, you just put it behind you?
Yeah, no, we never even discussed it.
Where's Oprah? That's what I want to know. Do you hear what he's saying to you? But now, that mullet in the movie that you have, for you, follically, it brings you kind of full circle.
It's a good point. I did, my very first job was a TV series called Corelli, where I met my wife, and I was sporting a mullet in that. And I know you haven't got a picture of it, because literally...
Yeah, we do.
No, come on.
Of course we do.
There it is.
Look at you, Jackman.
So that's Deb behind the bars there, and she was the prison psychologist, and I was a prisoner, Kevin Jones. And I had that mullet. The fact that she could fall in love with me with that mullet, she's a keeper. I was like...
But I've heard you in interviews saying how she does like the way that you do look different in different movies.
Yeah, she says she gets to have an affair every 3 months, so... I presume she met with me.
He's away working.
He's got a mullet? Hey, Bob.
Because I suppose people always think that Victoria has a big say in what you look like and all the different looks. Does she?
No, she doesn't. Yeah, I mean...
Nobody believes you. Oh, yeah, sure,
yeah, thank you for that. No, obviously she's my wife, so I ask her opinion, and sometimes I listen, and, well, most of the times I listen. And sometimes I don't.
So you always listen, honestly.
So, yeah.
And I've got another picture of you in an early role. I don't know whether this is before Corelli or after Corelli. When were you in Beauty and the Beast?
Straight after Corelli.
Oh, right.
Literally straight after, yeah.
So this was you as Gaston.
Yeah.
Oh, look at now, this... I don't know if this story is true. It sounds on... Is this story true? It sounds unbelievable.
Oh, OK, I know the story. It's true.
How is that possible?
Well, it's my most embarrassing moment in life, where I was getting these headaches. It was my first job I'd done in a musical, and I was getting headaches, and I went to a naturopath, and he said, oh, you're dehydrated, you're sweating every night, so you need to drink 3 litres of water a day. I was like, 3 litres? So, of course, me being me, I drank 4 litres, right, thinking 3 or 4. So I have a routine when I go on stage, and I was on about 5 minutes after the show goes up. I always pee when they say places. Places, ladies and gentlemen, you hear it, and I go and pee. So I peed. I'm waiting backstage, and I'm like, I've got to go again. I've got to go again. Oh, no, I've really got to go again. And that was my cue. So I walked on stage really needing to go again. And that first number was very energetic. And it was during that number where I pick up Belle, I literally have to pick her up, and as I'm picking her up, I'm like, oh. Now, that's when I realised the muscles you need to release to sing are the very ones you need to tense to hold on. So by the end of the number, I was literally bursting. I managed to hold on, and I remember the girl playing Belle was looking at me because I was singing like this. And so it came to the last note. I was humiliated. I have to demonstrate this. So, front of the stage here, and the very final note's a big F sharp and big... And I say, will you marry? And I say a little line. I'm thinking, if I sing this note, I'm peeing my pants. If I don't sing this note, I'm humiliated in front of 2,000 people. Me! The
show must go on. Yeah. Now, David, you are here tonight to talk about really an ambitious new project that you've got going, and it's to mark, and you kind of, where does the time go? Your 10th anniversary as a UNICEF ambassador.
Yeah.
I know, that's... And a lot of people, not a lot of people, but some people take on these roles and don't get involved, but you really are involved in this project.
Yeah, it's something I'm very proud of because I know UNICEF is such a great organisation that does so much for many millions of children and people around the world. And a 10-year anniversary is something that is very special and something that I'm very proud of. So I sat down with UNICEF and we said, you know, I want to do more. I want to be involved with UNICEF for the next 10 years and make a change and create something, a safe environment for children around the world. So we talked about 7 different initiatives, 7 different regions, and what I'm asking for now is, you know, 2015 is a year of hope. It's a year where world leaders are coming together to decide on their Millennium Goals. And we're asking them to put children and protection of children at the top of their list because it's just not good enough. You know, children are dying, millions of children are dying every single year just from preventable causes. And that can be changed, and it will be changed. And I'm very proud that I'm going to be part and, you know, raising, hopefully, a lot of money over the next 10 years for that.
And I think, yeah, it's absolutely right as well. Because you can... You know, you can talk about the 7 regions and the 7 projects, but the thing you can't really talk about is, you know, how good you are at doing it. So here's a clip from a short UNICEF film where David Putnam tells us how amazing David Beckham is.
I think David, in the field, working with UNICEF, always seems to have that extra little bit of time. And that's what young people, kids, people respond to, just giving that extra tiny bit of time. 2014 was a horrendous year for human rights generally and children in particular. And I'd like to think that David and people like David just said, you know, enough's enough. He conveys an ease. And he allows you to think, my goodness me, this is a really nice guy who's doing what he wants to do, and look what a fantastic result he's getting. I wouldn't be at all surprised if David doesn't feel in some ways that a lot of his previous life has been part and parcel in training for what he can now do.
Wow. It's so impressive. It must be incredible to think that it's football that has given you this passport to do all this stuff and to touch all these people.
It's one of the greatest things, you know, when people turn around to me and say, you know, it must be great being you. And the best thing about being David Beckham and the things that I've achieved throughout my career is the fact that I can go into, you know, places around the world and be recognised and be able to shine a light on certain situations and then go and speak to Prime Ministers and say, can you help us?
It's a good thing. And leaving football, it's nearly 2 years, isn't it, since you...
It is 2 years.
It is 2 years. So, obviously you missed the game, but it must be kind of a relief as well to just not have that regime and that discipline.
I wouldn't say it's a relief because I was very lucky to have a career that lasted for 22 years, you know, and I played for some of the best clubs in the world. I played with some of the best players and under the best managers in the world. So I had a very long career, but, you know, I wouldn't say it's a relief. It just, I knew it was the right time to finish.
No days have you... Sorry,
no,
I'm a sports fan.
No, please, go! Go!
But no days, like in the last 2 years, like after the first 6 months, you went, maybe I'll go back late. Any days you woke up and go, oh...
The day after, I literally was, like, questioning myself whether I'd made the right decision. And then every time, even now, you know, every time that I go to a big sporting event or watch England play, you know, I loved playing for all the clubs that I played with over the years, but the one thing that I miss more than anything is playing for England. It's one of the things that I was most proud of, being given the England armband and being able to captain my country for the amount of time that I did. You know, it's the one thing that I miss out of football that really kind of not every single day, but every time England come around for their games and every time they go into a big competition, it's one thing that it really kind of gets to me.
Yeah. But if Norwich City came back to you now... I just want to be clear.
Yeah. Delia's poise.
I'll take it as a maybe. All right.
But you are still involved in football because, of course, the boys all play.
Yes, they do.
Which must be weird pressure on them. Because they're all very good, I'm sure. Like, one of... isn't Brooklyn, he's now...
Yeah, Brooklyn, Romeo and Cruz, they're all at the Arsenal Academy.
Yeah.
And they...
Norwich got a bigger...
But didn't you... This is mean. Didn't you ref one of the matches?
Yeah, for Romeo. Romeo was playing in a game, and Romeo is... he's the most emotional out of all of the kids, actually. Yeah. So... you know, I could say no to him and his bottom lip goes. So, you know, he was playing in this game and the referee hadn't turned up. So all the parents were looking at me as if to say... Really?
You're getting that.
So I went onto the pitch and I started refereeing the game and it was going great. They were winning 4-0. And then one of the opposition players went through towards our goal. I shouldn't say our goal, I was... And Romeo went to make a tackle and he missed the ball and took the player down, so it was an obvious penalty and I'm thinking, oh no, I really don't want to make this decision. But then I look at our parents and they're like, and then I look at the other parents and they're like, I knew I had to give the penalty, so I give the penalty and Romeo's looking at me and I can see his like eyes are welling up, I can see his bottom lips going, so the kid stepped up, took the penalty. I shouldn't say thankfully, but he missed it. And as our team were breaking, as Romeo's team was breaking, he ran past me. He said, "I can't believe you did that, Daddy."
Right, it's time to meet our musical guest. He's an icon of the British music scene. His first album with his new band went platinum, and now he's back performing his current single, Ballad of the Mighty Eye. It is Noel Gallagher's High Flying Birds!
just pass me by. Wherever you run, I'll be on your tail. Wherever you hide behind your veil, I'll find you. Yes, I will find you. 'Cause I gotta be the man who walks the earth alone.
Fantastic job. Come on over, sir. Hello. Hi. Come in and sit down. Noel Gallagher, David Beckham, Hugh Jackman. Hi. Hi. Sit down. Sit down. Oh, no, well, is that... Is it all Manchester happiness here?
Yeah. He's not from Manchester anyway, so...
And apparently your kids are big Hugh Jackman fans.
My eldest lad wouldn't know him as Wolverine. He knows him from the WWE.
Oh, really?
Yeah, you're on the 100 greatest Raw moments.
Yeah, right.
If I say to him I'm on the TV show Wolverine, he'll just go...
But this...
But he'll be watching this now and he'll go, no way, number 56 on the Best of Raw.
Oh. That was the most nerve-wracking moment of my life. Because everyone thinks the wrestlers don't hit. They hit. And so they came up with this idea. I was a guest host, so I had to go on and... They said, oh, you're going to be a tag team with one of the guys, and so he's going to be caught up, and we want you just to hit the guy in the face. I said, what do you mean, hit him? He said, yeah, just hit him. So we did a rehearsal, and I said, what do you mean? He goes, just a soft hand, man, but just hit him. And that guy was saying to me, man, if you don't hit me, they're going to boo you. I said, oh, I'm hitting you. So, literally, my heart was racing, and he's on the ropes, that picture of him on the ropes. He's looking at me going, hit me, right now. So I came up, and I'd organised to hit him in the neck, which he didn't have one, it was just a shoulder that went into his ear, and it skidded right off, went into his jaw and fractured his jaw.
Results.
And when he came off, I'm like, sorry. He goes, you kidding? Did you see the slow motion? So I sent him a case of beer the next day.
Listen, the song that's off the new album, Chasing Yesterday, the song's out now.
Yeah.
Yeah, but the album's out on the 2nd of March.
Yes.
And now, why do you do this to yourself? Because I've heard you don't like the name of your album.
No.
You must have named it, no?
Oh, I did name it, yeah. What happened was that I kind of couldn't come up with a title, and I'd been out the night before, and one of the girls from the office called me and said, it's going up on iTunes tomorrow for pre-order, so we need a title by 3 o'clock. And I said, what time is it now? She said, it's 1:20. So I was like, I kind of had to look through lyrics, and that kind of jumped out at me, and the minute that I seen it, I thought, I can't stand it. Why would I? And obviously it was up on iTunes before I knew it, and there it is, but, you know... Titles are... I mean, you'd have to go a long way to find a worse title than What's the Story, Morning Glory, wouldn't you? Like, titles become themselves, doesn't it?
And the other thing, he does so many things to just torment yourself. Videos. Why do you do the videos if you hate them so much?
It's a question I ask my management a lot. I can't stand them.
What is the sincere?
You being one. You being one for us.
Will I be?
Yeah, go on.
I'd love to be. I've always been a huge fan. You know, obviously there's a big Manchester divide with United and City, and there has been for many, many years. But when I used to play for England, I remember Noel being at one of the games, and I went up to him and shook his hand, and he kind of looked at me. Yeah. I mean, I've always been a fan of Oasis, obviously, and Noel in general. So of course I'll be in one of your videos.
Nice one. Right, we've got that on camera now.
Yeah, it's done. Tonight, and that is it. Please let Mr. Noel Gallagher, David Beckham, Hugh Jackman, and Will Smith and Margot Robbie. Join me next week with some very special guests to celebrate 30 years of comic relief. I'll see you next time. Good night, everybody. Bye-bye.